morning, good afternoon, good evening to you wherever you are, LFC fans and fans of football in general. This another reaction to Liverpool's game against RB Leipzig in Germany. I just want to chop up with you in terms of my views, in terms of the game and opinions, etc. So, excellent. It looks like the slot machine just keeps on giving and it keeps on marching on. So Liverpool come away from Leipzig with a 1-0 win. Interesting game. It's not just interesting game, but I think it's I think a lot of us fans, especially the older ones, I think we're kind of finding it difficult to just land in terms of our opinions, in terms of the current playing style. And I say older ones, but actually I think probably even the Kloppites, fans that are really sort of brought up around Klopp, the younger ones will probably find it a bit different. Whereas I think maybe the older ones, we know different types of football, etc., etc. But it was very workmanlike. At times I was a bit nervous, a bit anxious, but then when I look at it, I didn't really need to be much. There was little things that's happened, like Openda's goal, top bin, right inside of Kelia, which he could not save, but offside. And obviously the offside later on, which I was going to be annoyed at, because it was after a period of play where we just were really sloppy after we brought the subs on. And that was offside, luckily. But really, apart from that, the colossus of the aura of Virgil and Konate kind of didn't really give you any reason to be really stressed. Because we generally controlled, I felt, the game. You could see again that style he wants to play, which is the deep, playing deeper, deep lined. So even a press wasn't as aggressive. I mean, at times Nunes was, really well done, Nunes, really good game. But the press wasn't crazy, just like Chelsea, but not as sort of far back as Chelsea. We're a bit more pressed, but you kind of feel that what we wanted was them to feel a sense that they could come onto us and then leave us space to penetrate. And we did well on that. I mean, again, not loads of chances created. But when we create chances, we seem to be able to put it away. Although I would say in this game, we probably should have scored a few more goals just to make the work easier. And I think Slot obviously did mention this, we kind of need to bang a bit to make it less hassle in the last 10 minutes. And even Tsimikas was quite forthright in saying that we need to bang on more goals. But look, 27th minute, Nunes, my guy. Lovely, lovely header from Salah. Going in. Now look, I was a striker. We have enough blood, but also a striker hasn't scored consecutively for a bit or hasn't scored for a bit. I have no issues with Nunes putting that in. One, you never know what could happen. And then we'll be cussing Nunes for not of putting it in. And also, I want him to be greedy. Haaland would have banged that in. I want him to be greedy. I want Nunes to be greedy. Last 2 games, his work rate has been amazing. He's held the line really well. He's connected with the midfield. He's tracked back. He's been a presence. He's been a nuisance to the defenders. That's the Nunes. All we want to see is a finishing. He scored a goal. He didn't create the goal. It was there, and he put it away. And all you're going to see is Nunes scored at 27th minute. Well done. And I hope he takes that into Arsenal, because obviously Jota's not fit. But when I look at the game, Kelly obviously starting, and I called it. Tsimikas was starting left back. Virgil, again, the guy doesn't stop playing. Guy needs a rest at some point. We do need to give him a rest. Really do. Konate, who has been immense. Just unfortunately though, one little bit of silly play that nearly cost us, but we'll accept that. Was it? Trent on the right. Then we had Gravenberch, Steady Eddie, man for all seasons at the moment. Back. Sobozalai. Then we had Gakpo on the left. Nunes and Salah. And pretty good team. The bench was a bit lighter because obviously a few injuries that we've got currently at the moment. First 15, 20 minutes, I kind of felt we're giving the ball away too much. Leipzig were attacking us and they were causing us some concern. And fair enough, they were causing concern. And, you know, they scored, but luckily, it was offside. It was a banger. It was a great goal. But there was things that we were doing that was causing us problems. Giving the ball away too much. Just cohesion wasn't quite right there. But we started to get in the game and started to control possession. And as soon as we scored in 27th minute, they seemed to lose their confidence. And that's then we started dominating. We should have created more chance in that time. I'm again, this is what I said about trying to understand what we're doing. There are times it feels like we go into a little lull. I'll get teams in a little lull when I feel we can still do a steady pace and keep controlling things that's going on and create chances. But look, it's working in the moment. Who am I to say any different? It is working. As I mentioned, Konate, steady through the game. Yeah, connecting with the strikers and midfielders. Colossus at the back. Where there was a problem, he got in with boots, deflected, shot goes over the bar. There was one bit where he held the ball too long. He needs to stop that. However, Konate last two games have been immense. And actually, since he's come on for Kwanzaa, he's been immense. Virgil, say no more. I don't think we need to say any more. He's so dominant, you don't even know he's in the game. That's how dominant he is. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. Tsimikas played really well and they gave him man of the match, which I probably wouldn't have. But you know what? Tsimikas' crossing through the game was excellent, really good. Defensively, I don't think there was much issue with Tsimikas as well. So he did pretty well. And he probably got a bit knackered in his right time for Robbo to come on. And Robbo did come on for Tsimikas later on, sort of before the 80th minute. Gravenberch, steady as ever. Couple of times just drifted into midfield, turned his man in a sixpence, and then connected. And we're getting a bit too, not complacent, but we're just getting used to this now, aren't we? We are getting used to it. And this is where I want to see him evolve even more. Because now he's built that foundation. He's normalised the position. Now you want to see him storm. And this is where he can really show himself. Score more goals. Connect more with the strikers, passing wise, etc. You know, we know his jewels is there now. Gravenberch just one bit, I think, the second half. Gravenberch came in there, cross was coming in, and Cisco would have had a chance to shoot and score, but no, Gravenberch blocked it. And Virgil told him how important that was. That's what Gravenberch does. He is there now. He is a number 6. But we know he's got more to his game, and I want to see him build on that. I think he's got more. Get more out of this guy. Rinse it out. Get that quality out. And I know we've got a manager who'll help him do that. McAllister, steady Eddie. Please tell me how in God's earth that was a yellow card. He got fouled. Should never be. Same way we should have had a penalty for the foul on Nunes. Wasn't given. Don't make no sense. VAR should have told the referee to go to the screen. He didn't do it. Would have made our lives easier. Didn't happen. Okay, we'll move on. Szoboszlai, growing concern. Again, we know Szoboszlai runs. We know he does all that. Just the passing in the moment, that connecting, is just not there. His passing concerns me. I do get worried, and he needs to really sort it now. I think it's starting to get a little bit beyond a joke. Yes, we just won. It feels like, why am I criticising him? I'm a very big supporter of Szoboszlai. I see the quality he's got. Unfortunately, at the moment, what we're not seeing is quality in terms of passing, in terms of shooting, in terms of confidence on the ball. What we are seeing is roadrunner, tracking back, yeah, pressing monster, physically dominant, but we need to see the other bits of his game. We need to see that because that makes the team move better. I said McAllister does all that. Only thing he lacks is pace. But with McAllister in the game, it's just everything's just calm. His passing's just calm. You know, even the commentator has to mention about how calm he is in his passing. Excellent. Gakpo, I must admit, he seemed like physically, like he's there now. His guns are there. He's bullying people. Now, Gakpo last season, kind of player where I felt sometimes get knocked off the ball too easy. This season, he's a bully, especially in Europe. Because obviously he's taking and harnessing how he plays in Premiership, and obviously whatever weights they're doing, strengthening work they're doing behind the scenes. And in Europe, he's the dominant beast. I mean, he had a chance to score. It's just, he controls that left-hand side flank. Nothing's getting behind him. He's taking his man on, crossing the ball. Well done. Nunes. He's currently showing us bits. What we're looking for now is for consistency. I want to see Nunes get name on the score sheet at least every 2 games. Once he, to the Nunes fans, and I'm one of them, unapologetically, but I can also critique, because there's a lot of criticism comes his way. He's a player. Once it happens, I think we'll burn that torch, and they say, it'll light up. Now, what I don't want to be doing is saying this again and again, 15, 20, 30 games into the season, the same thing. We've got to go past the apprentice, and he's got to be a master. He's got to be a master. That's what I want to see, because I know you can do it, but we've got to see it. Tracking back, I mentioned earlier, pace, bullying, harassing the defenders. Not so much shots on goal, but he's connecting now. His ball works so much better, not giving away the ball too often. He's clearly learning, and hopefully we'll see that fruits of that as we go forward, especially with Jota out for the moment. Salah. Generally, Salah was okay, didn't really create much, but it just affected Salah really. A bit disappointing, but then am I disappointed when he comes off the pitch the way he does? He knows why he's coming off. He knows we need to rest him. So I don't really want the manager to get any hassle, but, passionate players, I was like that. If you're so passionate, sometimes the cloud goes over you. You're coming off but I think he's experienced enough to know he needs to get rested. So, that's my disappointment that Salah's also showing his emotions about that. But then, you take it together, isn't it? You can't be a goal monster like he is and not have that emotion inside. It's part of what makes you do what you do, isn't it, really? Kelleher, well done. Kelleher, some couple of really good saves from Kelleher. Shane, and I want people to move away from saying he's the best number 2 in the world. I just want people to say he should be a number 1. Now, it doesn't have to be Liverpool, but he should be a number 1. There's some number 1s out there that should not be playing in their teams. He should be there. I don't know. I feel like it's almost an insult telling him he's the best number 2, because he's better than some number 1s. So let's just, this guy needs to get signed, move on, get his money and show himself, because he's doing it for us. He turns up. Well, how humble is he? Humble. Totally humble. Waits for his turn, comes in like last season and just plays and does a good job. Can't complain. Robert came on. Robert played pretty well. It's okay. However, I say that I felt when the subs came on, which was Robbo, which was Diaz, Gomez, but let me not criticise Gomez because Gomez did pretty well defensively. I kind of felt that disturbed the team. And there was a spell, I don't know, it was about 77 minutes till maybe just the 90, where we just started looking crazy. And then that's where they got the goal that was disallowed. Defending was poor, the cohesion was gone, the pressing was poor, we looked dishevelled. And it took a little time before that sort of got corrected. But the 1-0 win goes on. Top of the league, 9 points with Aston Villa. And, we can't complain. We've got Madrid coming up. And we've got Leverkusen next. Madrid team coming up as well. So just keep getting these wins. At the moment, that's 3 wins into this difficult period that we're talking about. Doing well. Arsenal's come. So please let me know if you're starting a different team. Let me know your opinions about players, or if you had scores. Let me know what you think about us in Europe. And just like, subscribe and share. Because again, if you share, it helps the algorithms out there to get this out there to more people. Because I'm doing it holistically, none of this paying for premium Adverts, no. It's going to about totally boost it naturally. So please like, subscribe, and click on notifications, and you'll see the content next, which will be the Liverpool Arsenal preview, or Arsenal v Liverpool preview. So thank you very much. Take care.